You can't see stress aging you, but your cells can feel it. The racing mind, the clenched jaw, the restless nights, they all leave fingerprints on your biology. After 50, your body's response to pressure changes. What used to be a short burst of adrenaline becomes a constant trickle of cortisol, a quiet chemical storm. This episode isn't about escaping stress. It's about rewiring how your body interprets it. Because calm isn't something you find, it's something you train. By the end of this video, you'll know why stress physiology changes with age, how to reset your nervous system in minutes, and how calm becomes your body's most powerful form of strength. The chemistry of tension. Your stress response isn't psychological first, it's biological. Every thought that feels overwhelming begins as a pulse in your hypothalamus, triggering a cascade of hormones through the HPA axis: hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal. In youth, this system reacts and recovers fast. But with time, repeated activation wears it thin. Cortisol lingers longer. Adrenaline becomes a baseline hum. Your immune system, digestion, and even memory start to pay the price. That's why stress after 50 feels heavier, not because life got harder, but because recovery got slower. To begin the reset, you need to restore response contrast, the ability to shift out of stress quickly once danger passes. And that starts with the simplest tool you have: breath. Breathing recalibration. When you breathe shallowly, your brain thinks you're under attack. When you extend the exhale, your vagus nerve, the body's calm switch, reactivates. Try the 4 to 6 rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Do it 5 times as an experiment tonight. Your heart rate slows, cortisol drops, and digestion reawakens. In just a moment, we'll explore stress as a habit we create over time. Like and subscribe to the channel so we can benefit you by creating more great content with you in mind. And as a thank you, download this video's free guide from the link in the description below. When stress becomes habit. Over decades, stress can turn into a learned pattern. You can literally condition your nervous system to stay alert even when nothing's wrong. This happens because the brain's threat center, the amygdala, grows overactive, while the prefrontal cortex, your logic and planning region, dims down. You begin reacting instead of responding. But that also means you can unlearn it. Neuroplasticity doesn't end at 50. Your brain can still rewire how it interprets signals, but it needs practice, not promises. Start with short pattern interruptions. Pause before replying. Breathe before standing up. Smile before you answer the phone. They seem trivial, but each one reprograms your stress circuitry, creating milliseconds of calm that grow into minutes of peace. The body's stress storage. Stress doesn't just live in thoughts. It anchors itself in muscles, fascia, and even posture. Over years, shoulders tighten, hips lock, and jaws stiffen. It's as if your body is holding its breath. That's why physical release is as important as emotional management. Gentle movement, stretching, walking, or even shaking your hands out breaks up stored tension patterns and signals the brain that safety has returned. The reset loop, a 3-minute routine. Unclench, drop your jaw, roll your shoulders, and let your stomach soften. Exhale fully, push out every last bit of air. Ground. Feel your feet on the floor and your weight in gravity. Repeat this daily, especially before meals and sleep. Your parasympathetic nervous system learns that stillness is the new default. The hormonal side of stress. Chronic tension doesn't just affect mood, it rewires metabolism and hormones. Cortisol suppresses thyroid function, lowers progesterone, raises insulin, and reduces growth hormone, all the hormones that keep your metabolism strong and your tissues youthful. That's why stress accelerates aging more than almost any other factor. It's the hidden thief of vitality. But this can be reversed. Cortisol follows rhythm, and rhythm can be retrained. Expose yourself to morning light to set your cortisol peak early. Eat protein before caffeine. Move lightly before your biggest meal. And let evenings belong to stillness and low light. Even the smallest changes, like soft music during dinner or turning your phone to grayscale, help remind your brain the day is winding down. The cognitive shift from control to trust. For many adults over 50, stress comes not from chaos, but from control. We fight to manage everything: work, health, family, time. But control is exhausting, but trust, however, is healing. Your nervous system thrives when it can predict stability, not perfection. When you trust your rhythm, you stop scanning for danger. That frees up enormous biological energy for healing, digestion, and repair. Try journaling one daily sentence that begins with, "Today, I allowed." It might be small, "I allowed time to rest," or "I allowed someone to help." Each sentence retrains the nervous system to release control and choose safety. Emotional detox. Unprocessed emotion is like metabolic waste. It has to go somewhere. When you suppress anger, grief, or fear, the nervous system stores that tension as physical inflammation. You can clear it gently through writing, talking, or movement. Crying isn't weakness, it's physiological detox. Tears literally contain stress hormones. Even laughter resets stress chemistry, flooding the bloodstream with endorphins and nitric oxide, two natural anti-inflammatories. Find moments each day to laugh, sigh, or even hum. These micro-releases keep the stress loop from building back up. Rebuilding your stress resilience. The ultimate goal isn't to eliminate stress, it's to build resilience. That means your system recovers fast and returns to calm easily. Think of resilience as a muscle. Each small stressor, like a brisk walk, a cold splash of water, a deep breath, strengthens it. But overtraining it breaks you down. So balance challenge with recovery. Move, pause, move, rest. When you can bend without breaking, life's pressure stops feeling like threat and starts feeling like rhythm. The return to lightness. After 50, stress doesn't just weigh on your shoulders, it dims your spark. But you were never meant to live tense, you were meant to live tuned. When calm becomes your default, energy flows differently. You think clearer, you sleep deeper, you digest better, and you begin to feel lighter again. This is your stress reset. The final step in the rebuild blueprint, where rhythm becomes peace and peace becomes strength.